we good? I think we're good. I think we're good, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe this. We're actually in person for this episode.
Yes, sir.
So welcome to episode, I believe, 5.
Yeah.
Episode 5 of the Sports Bolt podcast, and we are here in person. We're not virtual. Actually, this was supposed to be the plan from the start, but it took this man like. In fact, we were supposed to start this podcast in like February, March. Yeah. And we started in like May because we couldn't meet up in person. So we were like, fuck it, let's just do virtual. Wow. I already said the F word. It's only been 20 seconds. But yeah, we're here now. And yeah, so what do we got to talk about?
Since you mentioned like how the podcast was supposed to start way back when, I was even going to mention, technically the podcast was supposed to start way back in 2020. Not us. It was just I came up with the idea in college, chilling in my dorm room. I was bored. You know, college people, they're bored when they don't got schoolwork.
Yep.
And, you know, I'm chilling there. I'm playing games. Back then, I was playing games with Richie Forbes, who was in the Navy. So I was up until like 5, 6 in the morning because his time zone was completely flopped. For him, he was just going to bed.
Yeah.
While I'm sitting there like, yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah.
It got to the point where we'd go off COD and we'd play Minecraft and I'd just be sitting there floating. He'd be like, you still there? You still there? I'd wake up and be like, yeah. Let me go get an energy drink. Come back. We play more COD.
Well, I mean, I guess we have a topic to start about since, I mean, look at the shirts that we're wearing.
Yeah, that's right.
We got Judge shirt here, and I'm wearing a Judge one in the back, but I don't feel like standing up. So Yankees so they had a bit of a road trip. Won both series. Seattle Mariners, the Yankees went bonkers. I'm telling you. Yeah, Judge went bonkers and like he got, I think one game he had 2 homers and he robbed a homer, and it was up to the point where Teoscar Hernandez, who robbed the home run, or who got his home run robbed, he went on Twitter and was like, why? He literally went, why?
He really did.
And Judge was like, dude, you know how many times you hit over my head? At least let me have this one. Like, let me catch this one. And then the Yankees-Dodgers series, dude, that was, dude. I thought it was, honestly, I thought it was gonna be. After the first game, it was ropes because
so terrified.
After a 6-run inning in the first, I was like, oh, this isn't gonna be good. No. But Garrett Cole and Domingo Germán. It's so weird saying that he's like our second best
pitcher, yeah.
If not the best one that we got.
The only reason I'm putting Garrett Cole ahead of him right now is
he's our ace.
He's also still undefeated.
Well,
that's crazy.
I mean, yes and no. Wins and loses for pitchers is weird.
It is weird. Yeah, I agree with that.
But I mean, he did pitch like 2 games. I don't know if did he pitch? Okay, so there's only one game that he pitched that he lost, which was against Tampa Bay when they came back in 6 runs. But for some reason they didn't count that as a loss.
Against it, yeah. Which
is very bizarre, but because he pitched most of that game. But I don't know how win-losses work in baseball, even though I'm a baseball guy. I have no idea. But one thing I will tell you, like especially with Judge too, that catch that he made in the second game. I don't know if you've seen it.
The one with the fence?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. He didn't even play last night.
No, he's actually getting an MRI today.
Oh boy.
Because I don't know if you saw, but
I saw his foot, like
so the fence, and there's below the fence there's a concrete section. Like I get the stadium was built in the 1960s, but dude, come on, like you can definitely upgrade your shit so people want to get itch. Like I can understand if it like Wrigley Field, because that's like a national landmark. I'm pretty certain that, and Fenway, I'm pretty sure are national landmarks, so they can't really do much with them. Yeah. But I'm pretty confident that Dodger Stadium isn't a national landmark, so I'm pretty sure they can change it. I'm surprised that the old Yankee Stadium wasn't a national landmark.
Honestly, I'm very surprised about that.
But, so yeah, Judge is getting an MRI for making and that's like he will put his body on the line. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, I love that about him. I really do.
And that's why I'm pretty sure that's why he's the captain. Like he's a captain for a reason, and that's it right there.
Speaking of injuries, Stanton, Donaldson. What's his name? I forget the third guy that came back.
Tommy Kahnle?
Yeah, they're all back.
They're all back, and they're actually not performing horribly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Stanton had a homer in the loss against the Dodgers.
Donaldson had 2.
Yeah.
Donaldson had 2. Let me repeat that. Josh Donaldson. Washed up, whoever the hell he is. He had 2 home runs in his return game against the Dodgers.
Yeah, unreal.
I mean, he's doing shit now, which was kind of expected. But don't listen. Don't get Stanton rolling because he'll start you rolling. There's no stopping him.
To me, I think Aaron Judge shouldn't be injured, right? Because that helps us a lot. But if he has to be out for like 5-6 games, Stanton steps up.
Well, if he gets a broken toe, he's out for like 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, I doubt he's gonna get a broken toe though.
I hope not. I mean, he doesn't know because he says he's never broken a toe, so he has no idea. Hopefully, I mean, I can look at my Yankees Instagram accounts that I follow and see if they have any updates on Aaron Judge, but I highly doubt they will because, I see nothing right now.
Yeah.
Nope, I see nothing of Judge's MRI or anything. But I know that Nestor Cortez is on the IL.
I was gonna mention Nasty Nestor.
But you know what? No, it doesn't. You know, it actually, to me, it's not a huge loss because
today, because fantasy, that's the only reason.
I mean, he's not. He's been sucking. He's been doing shit.
That's true.
He's been doing shit.
Slump, yeah. He's
been doing shit this year, and it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, especially after the year that he had last year.
Incredible year last year.
Like, I mean, literally Nasty Nestor. That's where.
And didn't he start off with a nice record this year, and then he just started slumping?
I think so.
Like it's been on and off, but
yeah,
you know.
Speaking of on and off, New York Mets.
Yeah. Speaking of slumps.
Yeah, they've been slumping.
Wow.
They've been slumping.
Speaking of fantasy and slumps, Francisco Lindor, I'm gonna put a hit out for you. You went 3 for 28 last week, and that's not even including last night. What the hell? I've been putting him in every game. You'll understand this logic, maybe. Oh, he went 0 for 4. Surely he can't do it again tonight. Surely. Guess what he does?
He went 0 for 4.
Oh, my goodness. Is that a surprise?
No. And it's a shame because the Yankees paid, or not the Yankees, the Mets paid $310 million for him.
Yeah. He's their franchise guy.
No. Pete Alonso is going to be their franchise guy.
I predict Pete Alonso's MVP.
For NL?
Yeah.
No.
Who do you got over him?
Ronald Acuna.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I think Ronald Acuna, if Ronald Acuna stays healthy, he's winning NL MVP. I'm calling it right now.
The only reason I got Pete Alonso is because I think Pete Alonso has some crazy home run numbers that are just going to be over him. Because the home runs, right? I mean, even in the slump, he's got 4 home runs, which is unreal.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't argue Ronald Acuna Jr. either. He's the best player in baseball right now.
I don't think. I mean, best National League, sure.
National League, yeah, that's what I mean.
I mean, because you're talking about Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge.
Yeah,
in that same conversation. If you're saying best players, then listen. I saw a great tweet. It's like Shohei Ohtani is doing out of this world things, like the shit that belongs on another planet. Aaron Judge is doing video game numbers.
He really is. Yeah.
Like Judge is having I know we're sucking his huge schlong right now, but he's doing better right now than he was last year.
Yeah.
At the same amount of games, he's doing better.
Yeah. Majority of his stats, yep.
He's in his prime when he's in his 30s.
Which is unreal.
Like he's not getting. Well, I mean, who knows if he's getting hurt? But I mean, he was on the IL once this year, which was actually a 10-day IL.
Yeah.
For once, it was actually, and also Rodon is actually. I saw a thing that he's throwing up against batters.
Yeah, he is. Yep.
So.
I hope he comes back soon.
I hope he does too, and I hope we get to see him in person.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't come back. Like Justin Verlander.
One game and then gets hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, like give up 7 runs in one.
Yeah,
I mean, Verlander's
I
doing.
hope he comes in and he's just killed.
Verlander's
been
doing
decent now, but.
Yeah, Verlander's doing good. But
I can't fault him either because the Mets are entirely in a slump. It's not just his fault.
Yeah, no, the entire they've been. I don't even know.
Just on.
Like their best player right now is Pete. Is Pete.
Yeah. Senga though. Senga is a huge up and coming pitcher. If y'all don't know of him, look him up and watch.
Senga's dope.
He is crazy and he's young. He's real young.
But yeah, baseball is just baseball right now. The Oakland A's are sucking. Yeah, like dude.
Yo, what's their record?
I don't think they're at 50 losses. Yeah, I think we said that they would get 50 losses before June. They actually didn't. That Braves series that we said, they took 2 out of 3. They took 2 out of 3
Against the Braves?
against the Braves.
Ain't no way. Nah.
Yeah, you can look
No
it up. I swear to God, they took 2 out of 3. They took 2 out of 3.
Where are the trash bags of the league? Oh, there they are.
They took 2 out of 3. I'm telling you.
It was May.
Yeah, end of May.
Probably the last days. Wow.
They took 2 out of 3.
The first one they took was a 7-2 win. Wow.
Okay, that I did not know.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Marlins just swept them. They were up 3-0 on the Pirates.
Who are? Wait.
Athletics.
Right. How?
Exactly.
How?
Let me go look at the play-by-play. We got score and plays. Noda singled. Ruiz scored.
I don't even know who these people are.
I know. Brown doubled to center. Noda scored. Rooker to third. And then Perez hit a sac fly.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's on. Wow.
They're 12-49. They were 1 loss away.
No, they weren't. They were like 2-3 losses before.
Oh,
but
man.
if they got swept by the Braves, they would have had 50. But
that's crazy.
But life just says no. Screw these guys. They're not gonna get what they want. So
that's unreal.
Speaking of not getting what we want, I was hoping that Denver would sweep Miami.
Yeah.
But they're not.
Yeah, but Miami's just killing it right now. They really are.
Listen, I purely want Denver to win because they have not won a shit before.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, Jimmy Butler's. It's so weird who I want more winning more, Jimmy Butler or what the other guy, Joker. I'm just gonna call him Joker. That's what his nickname is.
See, I don't want to make a bold claim here. I think this goes to Game 7 though. That's not too bold of a claim.
Game 6.
I respect that.
Game 6.
My big thing is though, Miami is the killer underdog comebacks. They've tied the NBA record for comebacks from 10 points or more in the playoffs with 7 games that they've come back from 10 points or more deficit in the fourth. It's unreal.
Bro, I'm just saying right now, imagine if Boston was in it right now.
That would be crazy.
Yeah. They almost did.
You know, speaking of Boston in the NBA, I'm going to support Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown being together. Everybody wants them to trade Jaylen Brown. I'll come out and say it. They're both not even in their 30s yet. They haven't hit their primes. In the NBA, 30 to like 34 is your prime.
Right.
Majority of the time. Maybe 28 to 32, but it's still your 30s. That's when you get the knowledge, you get the experience. Now you have court vision, and you just know more than these new guys coming up and the bench players and the veterans if you're like a superstar. And they're just getting trashed on because they went to the finals last year. The Warriors dogged them, which, I mean, it's the Warriors, especially last year. I mean, come on. Andrew Wiggins was doing his thing. This year, Warriors mainly lost because Andrew Wiggins had all that randomness. Draymond Green punched Jordan Poole in the beginning of the season. It was hilarious. But, yeah. Jaylen Brown, I don't think you should be traded. However, if it's a racial thing with Boston fans, I could get it because I know it's Boston.
Yeah.
But it's also 2023.
Dude, I'm saying, like, we should go to a Boston game. It doesn't matter what
Boston
like
game.
Red Sox,
Yeah,
Celtics, or whatever, wearing New York gear.
I was gonna say, I've heard that Fenway and Wrigley are like the 2 biggest stadiums.
2 biggest, like
in MLB to go to. Not biggest, but like, you know.
Like the nicest.
Yeah.
I don't know about
nicest, more so like.
But there's like history.
History,
like,
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're the oldest stadiums still up. I'm pretty sure Boston's was built in 1912. I'm pretty confident in that statement. I know. I'm very weird with baseball knowledge, but listen, Charles Barkley, the World Series champions, and I got them all right. So
that is true.
The only thing I didn't get right in that was the teams that they beat in the World Series and the games that the World Series was in. Like I didn't even know that the Yankees, the 1998 and 99. Well, I knew the 99, but 98 was a clean sweep.
Yeah.
Like that, I did not know. But you were like, yeah, it's the New York Yankees. I'm like, I don't fuck. Yeah, but they also, give up. They were up 3-0 and then lose 4 in a row and
That's true.
to Boston, our arch rival.
Yep.
So
I'm so glad Boston didn't come back against Miami.
Because that would have been another thing that they would hold up against us,
I know.
even though we weren't even in it.
Plus, I love that Miami took Boston in their home court, because that's exactly what happened last year on the same day.
So imagine if the Knicks beat Miami.
I would have been in heaven.
And the Knicks was up 3-0, and Boston.
If the Knicks blew a 3-0 lead to any team, I don't even care if it's my favorite player. If they blew a 3-0 lead, New York would burn to the ground.
Oh my God, they would. Because I think you said this in the first episode. We're spoiled as fans, because there is nothing like playing for a team in New York.
No.
They're really, and that's why most players, when they come to New York in any sport, they end up doing shit.
This is why I don't understand the Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. To be quite honest with you, he's old. He can't run as fast as the other quarterbacks. Don't get me wrong.
He ain't running no damn ball.
Jets, amazing defense, right? They're not going to be so amazing this year because everybody's up in everything. It's not like all the other teams aren't advancing. What moves did the Jets make? I can tell you what they did. They got a couple drafters, and they got Aaron Rodgers. What else did they do? Oh, we got Allen Lazard. First off, I like the underdog wide receiver chain they got going, but it's old.
I think Derrick Henry is still a Titan.
He is.
I'm
surprised.
I'm shocked they didn't trade him.
I wouldn't doubt we get something on the podcast that says he's traded any day now.
Traded to like the Texans or something.
Yeah,
Who was just released from Arizona? Was it DeAndre Hopkins?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I wonder where.
I think he's becoming a Bill.
A Bill.
Yeah.
What position is he?
Wide receiver.
Oh wow! If he goes to the Bills.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. Wild card. Speaking of Derrick Henry, I love that you mentioned him. Buffalo, we got rid of Devin Singletary. We got decent running backs, but we don't have a guy that we rely on now. We used to rely on Devin Singletary, although he's small, and we let him go off. I think he's with the Bears now. I could be wrong about that. But yeah, pretty much. I think Stephon Diggs after last season, I could be wrong because I like the guy. I really do. I love him. But he's very mad about not winning a Super Bowl right now because we just keep losing to the Chiefs, and we keep losing in the playoffs when we should be in the bowl at least. And it's true. That team is just too dominant right now. We're all in our primes. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm thinking if the Bills want to jump on it and have the balls to.
With Toronto Blue Jays fan Josh Allen.
Yeah. But I'm thinking if the Bills have the balls to do it, Diggs for Henry.
Wait, what?
Diggs for Henry.
You're telling me you want to trade Stephon Diggs to Titans?
If we get DeAndre Hopkins, because we could sign him cheap.
I mean, Stephon Diggs would help our team, but I don't know. It'd be so weird seeing Derrick Henry.
Weird. The only reason I don't like it is because Derrick Henry is a ball dominant guy.
Right. Yeah.
So
I mean, he
can't pair him with
he can run the ball.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
He's definitely no Aaron Rodgers. Definitely not. When it comes to running the ball.
I'd rather keep Diggs personally.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs.
But
I feel like Diggs should stay a Bill for the rest of his career.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. But also, I'm thinking this year's the year, and I know I say this every year, but Josh Allen broke up with his girlfriend.
Did he really?
Yeah, and he's reported that this is the most focused he's ever been. Why? Because he ain't doing any of this. He's not getting in, and he's not swimming no more. No. He's going home. He's doing a quick, right? Maybe 2 minutes tops, if he's even doing that, and then he's watching game film. Although reports he's out with Haley Steinfeld, but we're not gonna believe it.
If Dylan was here right now, he would be all over that shit. He'd be like, yeah.
I mean for real though, we're heating up.
Let me tell you something.
Von Miller's expected to play on 9/11 too, by the way.
Let me say this. It's going to be the Titans' year to not make the playoffs again.
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
I say that
agree, though.
I say that with a Titans flag over by my door. We're in a rebuild period right now. I'm just
big rebuild.
And you know what? I'm not upset about it. It is what it is. Every team goes through that phase. Even the Yankees, they go through rebuild periods.
For over a decade.
I mean, yeah.
Well, actually, almost over a decade, as in we should have won against the Astros, but
Yeah, we don't.
Then it wouldn't be a decade rebuild, but it's okay.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, if they actually went on to win, not even if they even lost to that in that series against the Dodgers, I still think that Judge would have been MVP that year. He would have too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like Altuve, I know it sounds stupid from Yankee fans because we keep mentioning it. Like I'm over the cheating thing. That happened, right?
I agree. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
It happened, but we're not gonna
forget about it.
Right.
Like it's still there. We're gonna mention it whenever we damn well please.
But
it's not like we're
the trash can.
anymore.
It's so funny because people always mention the trash cans. The trash cans this, trash cans that. In fact, the trash cans were like the most legal thing out of that whole thing.
I know. Yeah.
The thing that was a big no was using cameras, surveillance. Yeah, and buzzers. That is a no.
Yeah.
But trash cans, you can use trash cans. If you're,
you can bang all you want. Take that in all the contexts.
Right, exactly. You bang the trash cans all you want. Even you're psycho, but you can do that, but you can't. And I think what triggered me too, and I know it sounds SJW-esque, triggered, was I don't know if you remember the Dodgers Astros World Series. Yu Darvish was pitching, he wasn't doing well. Gurriel,
yeah,
he did the squinted eye.
Squinted eye, yeah.
And it's like they were cheating, and this was in their home. This was at Minute Maid.
Yeah.
And he was doing the squinting things. Like you're cheating, and then you're being a racist douchebag like that. Like listen.
That was ridiculous.
I understand like the tipping the cap at Game 7, sure, right? If I was you, Darvish, I don't care. I'm still drilling you.
I'm drilling you, yeah.
Because racism is not like a thing to joke around with. So yeah, what are we gonna cut to now?
Couldn't fucking tell you.
I couldn't tell you either.
Look, sports, they're awesome. They're lively all year round, but they're kind of like our three main sports right now. They're just like we're pretty much covered.
You know
all
what?
of them.
I got it right now. In the fake sports world, the bloodline in WWE is gone.
Yo.
It's gone.
Oh man.
When I saw the Uso, who was it? It was Jimmy, right?
Yeah.
When he did the super kick,
Oh,
I was like,
man.
yes. Like, bro, I knew it was Wayne. I knew it was coming.
Unreal.
But
man.
I was waiting, like, when are they gonna do it? When are they gonna do it?
Let me tell you, it's about time.
It is.
Oh man. But then Seth Rollins too. Let's not ignore that.
Yeah, Seth Rollins won the WWE World Championship.
You know, I'm so happy that they actually have a champ now. That's like a certified champ.
You
Not
know-
that Roman isn't, but it's just Roman's been there for like a decade now. It
Y-
feels like,
you know,
as the champ.
That belt, the World Championship belt, if they didn't slap that stupid logo right in the front, I think that would be their best looking logo.
Yeah.
I think it is. It's their best looking belt.
Well, yeah, I was going to mention belts actually too, so I'm glad you even mentioned them. Have you realized that for the last decade they've been releasing
The same belt
They're
over
like,
and
"Oh,
over."
Look, guys, your new Universal Champion will be crowned Sunday night at WrestleMania. And they just release it, and the only thing is different is it's fucking red. Oh, okay, I used the F-bomb now. Great.
Well, we said
we
it.
both did it.
We both yeah.
But I mean, seriously.
Like the undisputed Universal Champion they just released. It's the
That
same
was
thing.
so bad.
It was the same thing, but it's gold.
Gold.
Oh
You can't even see it as much.
Really. Like if they released something like the '90s championship, like with the eagle and stuff, like that would be so sick.
I wish they brought back the spinning belt.
No. That listen.
No, hear me out. I don't mean for a main championship. I mean the 24/7 belt.
Okay, then maybe.
See
Sure.
what I mean? It would be funny.
Listen,
it would be cool.
Listen,
it would be
I
different.
get it. It's nostalgia because we saw the belt floating constantly. Like we couldn't see who was holding it, right?
Yeah.
But like that's our childhood. But growing up, I realized that belt was so bad.
It was so bad.
Like it's literally just like a toy. It's like The Rock said, it's
yeah.
a toy.
Yeah.
Like a championship belt shouldn't be a toy.
I agree. But also, that's what I mean. Like the 24/7 belt to me is a joke.
Yeah.
So it would be perfect to have that dude spin.
I don't even know if it's still a thing anymore.
I mean, there's always Google.
Yeah, there is always Google. I know.
Kyle Tucker, yo, am I gonna have a great day now? Trey Turner homered again.
Trey Turner homered again?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's for his fantasy team, people.
This is incredible. I just lost to Steven horribly. Oh, and this actually hurts him because every time I say something good happened, it affects him this week.
Yeah, basically. Because we're facing each other.
Google. What is it? 24/7 belt. 24/7 champ. Is it still a thing? He doesn't. Okay, so after WWE owner Vince McMahon retired in July 2022, the new creative team headed by Triple H did not have plans for the title, and it was barely used on television until it was deactivated.
Oh, well, well, there that goes.
If that's true.
And you know what? There's a one thing about the championships now that's so ass backwards. Why is the Raw Women's Champion on SmackDown, and why is the SmackDown Women's Champion on Raw?
Bro, I love that they do all this stupid stuff to, like, just make it entertaining. But what? Like, they had no other ideas. Like, perfect example. The SmackDown Women's Champion. What's her name?
Rhea Ripley?
Yeah, Rhea Ripley.
The woman that would, like, abuse me?
Yeah. They got this sexual thing going on where man's is like, hey, mommy.
Oh, my God.
That's the best storyline y'all got? Is this dude just going, hey, what about my mama? Like, not even like a mom, like, you know, we have moms and we love. No, we're talking about like, hey, shouty. Put shouty in the ring. She a baddie, yo. My triple cheeked up woman is gonna beat you up. Like, what the?
This is, for the record, Rhea Ripley has horrible taste in men because she's going after Dominic Mysterio.
Yes.
Listen, you know what? That gives me hope because if she goes after Dominic Mysterio, then I have a chance, right? That's where I'm. That's the message I'm getting at.
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Thank you.
I think you got a great chance, even.
Thank you.
I really do.
Thank you.
You know, you're top 10 on the list.
I mean, she did file a restraining order, but I mean, we move. We're inching closer.
You know, speaking of your top 10 on the list, the list. One of my favorite gimmicks of all time. I don't know how you felt about this, but Chris Jericho's list was the funniest thing ever.
You just made the list.
Oh my goodness, that was an incredible storyline.
There was one gimmick that was like unheard of that every wrestler tried to do, and surprisingly, JBL was the one that was the closest to this happening. The gimmick was trying to make Undertaker laugh.
Yeah.
Like, break character. JBL was the closest. Can we, like,
that's unreal.
Because there was like a story, like Undertaker, he went on a road trip or some shit, and his van broke down. Yeah. And it was like in the middle of the 100-degree weather and stuff like that. And JBL was like, you need to take a family vacation. Go get away from the world, go to the Midwest, in a van, have a great time. And you can see Undertaker's like, he has a smirk on his face. Yeah. And he's like, he's so close. But Undertaker's just like, nope.
Yeah,
nope,
it's crazy, man.
It's so weird seeing Undertaker like out of character, especially now. Like, I mean, he's been retired for like 3 years or something like that.
I saw him on Complex sneaker shopping. The weirdest.
Yeah.
So yeah, and he's like into like out of all characters, he's into sneakers.
Yeah,
that man wore boots his entire career.
Yeah,
and he was all like, "I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah, you're right. He's literally the dead man, dead man, and he's over here like wearing a bandana, his hat's backwards. He looks like a gangster. Yeah. Like
it's so weird.
I'm like, bro, you're from Texas. Like, even that's weird. Like,
it's so weird.
Like, how? Okay, sure. And Kane is the mayor of some Knoxville in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Like, the big red machine is now a mayor.
Unreal.
Who knows? Maybe bro, imagine one day he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna become president.
I mean, hey.
Kane,
that might be why I did it.
Kane for president, 2034.
See, that's what I find very interesting about our life growing up now with technology and like all this stuff, like WWE and stuff. back then they never kind of had this stuff, or it was growing, right? So, you know, their presidents were just these random people that were actually politicians. But now, I mean, there's been talks of voting for Kanye. There's been talks of voting for The Rock. There's been talks of voting for Kane just now. Like, our growing up as adults into, like, our 70s is going to be very interesting.
It's fucked. I'm just going to say
No,
it's
I
fucked.
agree. It's fucked. But it's also just hysterical.
It's fucked, dude. It's like, bro, we were considering voting, like you said, for Kanye.
I know.
Like, you know what's sad? If he was on that ballot, it would have been bubbled in.
Yeah, honestly. I mean,
he's
especially
better.
last year.
He's better than He's better than both of those other guys. He's better than both. He's like, honestly, I would have like Trump or Biden. This is the closest we're going to be to politics. I wouldn't have voted for either of them.
Yeah, no.
If he was on that list, I wouldn't have voted for either of them.
No.
Like Kanye would have been like circled. He would have been bubbled it like underlined. Like, bro, like
It's crazy.
put my
too.
name on that.
We're entering close to 2024 now.
Yeah,
And it's going to just be the same race again.
it's literally gonna be.
Because, I mean, if you're on the Republican side, who's beating Donald Trump in so far? No.
the only person I can
The
think
only
of
thing I think of is the Kennedy.
is DeSantis.
DeSantis, too, yeah.
And that's all for politics. We're in
Yeah.
a sports bowl. Okay. I was saying, oh my god, like
I don't want to talk about it, though.
I was like, wait, we need to dodge it. We need to dodge this like
Dodge
now.
is so bad.
We
yeah.
need to dodge this now. So what we plan, I want to talk about like what we also plan on doing for this channel because we don't want to do just podcasts. We want to do like because we grew up on gaming stuff as well. We want to do like NFL, Madden, MLB The Show, NBA, and that shit.
Oh, yeah.
We want to do those kinds of. We want to do just normal videos as well. We have cards here where we're gonna do a pack opening after this podcast is done, and we're gonna do a whole bunch of shit like reactions. Like I said before, yeah, we're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff. We're trying to expand the I'll say, even though it's cringy, the brand of the sports bowl essentially.
That's not that cringy, though.
I mean, but
It's really just the truth. There's no other word for it.
I mean, but we're a small channel right now. Wait.
I mean, I think we're the best podcast in the world. I'm just going to go out there and say it.
Okay, who are you, Logan Paul or something?
That's exactly who I'm going after. We're just talking about WWE, and you know what? We're the best. And actually, we're going to actually keep that and say it every time now. Because
The number one podcast in the world.
No, we're going to say we're the best because we're going to reference CM Punk. We're the best
The best
podcast.
in the world. Oh my God, CM Punk.
Unreal.
Dude, I saw him in person once.
Really?
At Raw, yeah.
That's incredible.
It was when Jerry Lawler had the heart attack.
No way.
Yeah, and so
That's
they're like still
unreal.
making fun of him for that. Dude, I want to go up in that ring and just like kick him in his balls.
That is unreal, man.
My 10-year-old son, I just wanted to kill him. I really
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
He was like, you don't make fun of Jerry Lawler like that. But
Speaking of going to live events like that, right? Two of the most amazing things I've experienced going to live wrestling events. Daniel Bryan was a champ when I went. Yeah,
Wait,
to one of the events I went to.
was he
It was right after the WrestleMania.
right after WrestleMania?
It was like maybe a month or so.
Oh,
It wasn't
okay.
like directly Monday night after WrestleMania because
Oh
that's like
my-
a big thing, you know, it's
Yeah.
thousands of dollars too.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a champ.
Okay.
I mean, that's just
before you
crazy.
got injured, right?
Yeah, pretty much. This was like Daniel Bryan's peak. And then also, I've witnessed the Shield multiple times.
Oh, I went. The only event I went to, it was before the Shield was a thing.
Damn.
Like it was like, Team Hell No were still a thing.
Yeah.
Team Hell No was a thing, dude. I was like that whole thing. That's why I was worried because I know Kane's like entrance is just like the loud.
The loud, yeah.
Yeah, I was bracing
boom,
for it,
yeah.
but then when I wasn't braced for it, that's when it happened. It scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's my only Raw experience done.
I watched Dean Ambrose get thrown into a steel cage against like 8 other guys for the United States Championship.
Really?
Yeah. And it opened the show.
Like, that was the opener.
Yeah.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. We got there, we're just thinking normal, and this was like I was watching full time obviously back then because I was going. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. And they did the crowd entry. Oh man,
That's nuts.
they had to be there, man.
Well, I wasn't.
No, I know. I'm just unreal. Like even not even that event, just like any. Man, what a time.
Yeah.
But also, I get so much chills from a live John Cena entrance. There's nothing like it. When that did, oh my goodness.
Well, I assume you had to like find him, right?
Yeah,
you had to search for him.
Yeah. I never saw him.
Right.
Just the music, though, gives you the chills.
Right.
Yeah. Unreal.
I hate this bit. I hate this bit. I hate this bit of you can't see me, so we couldn't see him. Obviously, like, God, dude, there was only one wrestler I wish I would have seen like in person, like, and it was Undertaker, because he was my favorite wrestler ever.
Yeah.
Like, I remember the first time I watched wrestling, it was episode of Monday Night Raw. Rissy, my aunt, had me watching it. The Miz and John Cena had a feud, and all of a sudden. That's like the dongs.
Oh man,
and
that's an entrance I'd love to witness.
And then everything just goes black, and you see like this big fucking guy in black robe and the fucking hat and shit talking about eating people or something. I was like, holy shit.
Talking about eating people.
It was like just before I realized.
Man, it just became under Dahmer.
Yeah, bro, under Dahmer. I can't.
Hey, yo, that sounds bad wrong.
Yeah, because then he would have been gay. He would have been gay.
And that's actually the whole Dahmer story. Even that's wild.
Yeah, but like, the scene is this guy just because like I said, this was before I knew wrestling was fake. So I was like, this has to be real.
I agree. I don't know if you went through that phase where it was an absolute heartbreak.
I mean, it was heartbreak at first, but then when you look at it, it's like
you understand it.
But there's some shit that's like it's obviously real.
Oh yeah.
Like Undertaker throwing Mankind off the Hell in a Cell, that ain't fake.
No.
Like, like, how do you fake that? Like, guess what? Green screen.
Yeah, imagine they pull out a green screen in front of a live audience.
Like, no, like he falls, but then they quickly like pull him like a pulley beforehand. Like it's like, I mean, Owen Hart died.
Yeah.
Right, live audience, because, hey, this shit that's like not like up to like safety standards. Yeah, go do that.
I'm surprised they let Logan come into WrestleMania like that.
Yeah.
I was really surprised. I was like, whoa.
I bet the Hart family was very happy with that.
Yeah, yeah.
I highly doubt it, but I mean, yeah.
Speaking of like feeling interested live and everything, you know what I've thought about doing?
What's that?
So, you know me, and I'm an Eagles fan. I've never been to, Lincoln Financial Field. It's like an iconic field.
Well, financially, we're not.
WrestleMania 24. No, I'm
40.
bugging. 40. No.
Yeah.
Is it WrestleMania 40?
It's WrestleMania 40.
It's only 40?
It's well, no. I mean, what do you mean only 40?
Like, I thought they've had so many already.
No,
really only 40?
Yeah. I swear to God, it's only WrestleMania 40.
Oh wait, yeah, because 30 wasn't. It's really, It's really WrestleMania 40. He's right, but it's there.
So you're thinking about going?
I'm thinking about going. And I was thinking you would be the guy to go.
Yeah, I would go to WrestleMania 40.
That'd be unreal.
Yeah.
The only thing is though that kind of makes me like off about it, not only financially and the travel, but more importantly, half the I'll say it, half the shit is just shit.
Yeah.
It's like, what? We're going to go there, we're going to pay for half an experience, and then the other half, we're going to be sitting there like, what is this? Ronald McDonald just came out to fight Mario.
Oh my God!
Like, what is this?
Imagine if it was Raka Raka though.
That'd be incredible.
Then that would be a show.
That would be so incredible.
That would be a show.
But also, just going too, because I don't know, they don't do it as much, but some of the legends return for the WrestleManias in specific too. We might see some crazy entrants, some crazy content, but I don't know. It depends.
Right. Imagine, yeah.
Probably another Roman Reigns.
With this card, the last WrestleMania card, like Brock Lesnar versus Omos.
Yeah, like.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, this
like
was
the one
great.
Brock Lesnar fight.
Brock Lesnar didn't even win.
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, he did. My bad.
To me, it was obvious that he was gonna win because listen, I learned my lesson from WrestleMania 30, Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. If Brock Lesnar's in that match, like there's like a 90% chance he's gonna win.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I meant to say. Almost didn't even win because like they basically made it David versus Goliath. Big guy versus not so big guy, but Brock Lesnar's massive.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like Suplex City all day.
Right. Exactly. Unless you're the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, it will beat him once and then gets beaten by Brock Lesnar again.
You know why I also want to go though? Because imagine this. We're sitting there, right? Main event. We finally witnessed Roman Reigns lose the belt.
If he hasn't lost it already.
Imagine that memory.
Imagine if he's held the belts for this long, up until that moment.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine that moment.
We'll have to that will be the deciding factor. If Roman Reigns is still a champion when we go to WrestleMania 40, we are going just to see him lose.
I'm down. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, because I guarantee you, if he goes there and has the belts there, he's losing.
Yeah.
I guarantee you he's losing.
It's almost a guarantee. Could you imagine we pull this clip back and he just absolutely won and we're just like, well.
So that was a fucking lie. Yeah. Absolutely.
What
yeah.
date is that? I think it's in April.
It's definitely gonna be like April.
I'm just wondering because I graduate near then. So I'm just wondering how that works.
I guarantee you it's April, like end of March, beginning of April.
April 6th and 7th.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the other thing. It's a 2-day event.
Yeah, that's very weird.
I like it and I don't that they do this.
Right. I feel like it should all just be on one card.
I agree.
That's just. I guess it just might be the way I'm used to seeing WrestleMania, but.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. We're comfortable with our, old
one
school
card,
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you get. It's not like it's I feel like it's more dragged out when it's 2 events.
I agree. That's mainly why I don't even watch it more. It's just so dragged out.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the other thing is, don't get me wrong. I like that they decide to split the brands again and make you want to be brand favorite to one or the other.
It's Raw or SmackDown, right?
But
yeah.
they've just dragged it out to the point where it's like you don't even want to be a fan of one.
Right.
Because half the show is boring and then the main event's interesting, but that's it.
Right. Yeah.
It's just bad now.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Dude, another thing too. For some reason, if one of the the YouTuber boxing events happens near us, imagine if for some reason Jake a KSI fight or Jake Paul fight happens in New York.
I would love that.
Madison Square Garden.
I would love that.
If Misfits was in Madison Square Garden,
That'd be unreal.
I would go to that.
Oh yeah, same most likely, yeah.
And you and I would just place bets on it, definitely, 100%.
Yeah, I can bet now entirely.
Oh yeah, he's 21 now.
Yeah, I can do a lot now.
And as of recording this June 5th, I have less than a month.
Yep.
Less than a month.
Less than a month.
Yep.
Wow.
It's so weird that we're
growing up.
We're growing up, yeah. And you said in the last episode too, how our flashbacks, how our old childhood is now a flashback.
Yeah.
And we talk about it we feel like we're 43.
Honestly though, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like when we're talking about old stuff like this, we're at my dad's age.
Yeah. I'm grateful though that so far none of us had a kid yet out of all of our friends. Because it would be really weird. I know people we know our age have had kids already. But
yeah.
I feel once one of the main friend group guys has a kid, it's going to be whoa. It's just going to be a weird feeling.
Yeah. It's going to be very
Even though
bizarre.
we're probably not going to impact the kid at all or even talk to the kid. But
Well, we're going to meet the kid, obviously.
Well, maybe. You never know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe they might not even be in the state anymore.
That's what I mean.
Right, exactly. So, it doesn't surprise me that none of us had a kid. I don't think.
It doesn't surprise me either. I'm grateful,
Yeah.
I'm oh, thank God. Because, how weird it'd be to, meet up and then you gotta, oh, is the kid coming or what's happening?
Right.
Or are you even coming?
Right, yeah, you had to get a boys' night out, but you had to ask the wife first.
That's yeah.
Right, yeah.
And then imagine one of us is, a single dad. That's even weirder.
Yeah. That would, yeah, especially, yeah.
It's just so weird. I'm glad we're not parents. I'm really glad.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us deserve to be parents yet either. I really don't. not to, throw hate on any of us, but no.
No. I don't think any of us can see ourselves as parents.
No.
I'm speaking for the entire group. I don't think we can really see, especially, maybe it's just because of how young we are now.
Yeah.
But maybe 10 years down the line.
I even say 4 or 5. No, we're gonna mature realistically, unfortunately. Well,
yeah.
Maybe not mature, because people don't really mature. They just
yeah,
behave. That's
Yeah.
what I'll call it. Some people mature, but whatever.
Right.
They can do their thing. I'll do mine.
Yep. Essentially. But
we actually have somehow managed to have 45 minutes worth of content so far.
Yep, and I think that's where we're gonna end it.
Really? All right. I'm totally down for that.
All right. So,
I'm gonna record other content for you.
thank you for watching this episode of the Sports Bowl.
Oh, no. We need an inspirational quote.
We need a quote.
Totally forgot about that.
We're
in person.
Yes.
You know what? We're in person. I'm gonna give you.
You know what? No. You know what?
And I'll let you. What?
I have one.
Perfect. I was gonna let you make one. That's
I have
exactly
a quote.
where I was going with this.
I have a quote.
In-person podcast. Your quotes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna say this. It's not about the assholes that you live in or whatever. This is from a Sidemen video.
I know.
It's the assholes you meet along the way. Yes, sir. I
Love
delivered
that.
the quote.
Love that.
Eat my balls. Okay.
Do it. Do it now.
Okay. Thank you for watching this episode. Have a good night.